Here's how AgriTec saved one farmer $38 per acre using minimal inputs of Nitro-Maxx, Advanced-Cal, and 0030. My name is Wyatt Werner. I'm a crop consultant here at AgriTec. Each year I get to work side by side with growers such as Richard and grow that relationship and help show them how they can change their operation going to a liquid over a granular and be more efficient without sacrificing the cost. Check out this video where we're out in Richard's fields taking a look at his soybeans, and if you're interested, give AgriTec a call and we'll get you in contact with your local consultant. This is Wyatt and Richard with RET Chemicals. We're going to talk about growing some soybeans here in the South. We're still in Milton, Florida. You might recognize them from our peanut video as well. Let's talk about these soybeans, Richard. What have you done so far this year? You know, what are we seeing?
Basically, all I have done to this is put Nitro-Maxx at 1 gallon per acre and put 2 gallons acre of potash.
Which is our 0030 product, potassium bicarbonate.
You can see how good they look and everything. There's no fertilizer, granular fertilizer put on it. I had good samples from the soil samples. They were pretty good. They probably added on another foot in the last 2 weeks since I sprayed them with Nitro-Maxx. I mean, these were way shorter.
And how much did you put on? Like
a gallon? Just a gallon booster? 2 gallons of potash and a gallon of Nitro-Maxx. It's growing really impressive here.
And you're still planning to do another dosing of the Nitro-Maxx 0030, and you plan on putting a little of Advanced-Cal to it still, don't you?
I'm going to do at least 1 gallon to 2 gallons an acre of Advanced-Cal, and I'm going to come across with the Nitro-Maxx and 0030, run across 2 gallons an acre again on it, and foliar feed it. So because I've done it last year, it done really good at foliar feeding. It really showed up. It really filled the pods out, and it made the pods bigger. Where I put the Advanced-Cal, it did a really good job.
And we've discussed this in the past, but this year we're taking a slightly different approach than previous years where we put a heavier dosing up front initially and try to let it ride. This year we're doing a feed program throughout growing process. So we started small, we're going to hit it again, and then we're going to hit it with the calcium on top of the next fertilizer dosing, which I think is going to really help feed this at specific growing stages so we get better pod fill.
We're flowering stage right now, a bunch of blooms in it. There are a few pods on it down at toward the bottom. You got very, very few. Look here.
Yeah.
On them.
Wow.
So they starting to pod
They're starting to. This is just after flowering in the reproductive stage.
Because that Nitro-Maxx got a little bit of calcium to help fill out them bottom ones. And then once I get that other out here, that good dose, because I'm going to come out here first with Advanced-Cal.
Starting to fill out with that next dose of calcium, it'll really help start filling those pods out, start putting more pods on, fertilize it a little bit more, and we'll have a really good bean plant. When I came out last year, we were way past this stage and all the leaves were already kind of falling off, and man, you were plumb full with them.
Yeah, and these will grow taller here. They're going to get taller, and they're going to put on more.
Absolutely.
Because you look out there how tall it is, and they're growing. These here, I just know the reason these are shorter because a lot of water stands through this area, because that's a swamp out there, and the water just hard to get it off this area. So it ain't nothing you can do about it.
We'll try out some aerate on it next season, early on.
Yeah.
When it's wet and rainy, see if we can't get some better drainage for you.
So it's getting close time to put it back on there. Sprayed with Roundup and Liberty, made sure everything's cleaned up. It's been cleaned, that's all I've done to it. These beans are an Asgrow, an earlier variety, and they're twin row. Planted with a single row planter, run a Trimble system. Planted these things about 13 inches apart from each other. It's done really well. And past times I've done it, seems like I get a better yield out of that than I would with the grain drill or 7.5 or 15 inch. Seems like this does really good because it lets a lot of air in between the rows. Well, I did do Folicure on here too. Whenever I put the Nitro-Maxx out, I put Folicure out here, and eventually I'm going to come back in with another fungicide in here, and that should be my last fungicide spraying too.
Okay.
I believe this is going to turn out pretty good here, and of course this is a heavier soil too, and really wet ground.
Good canopy. I can definitely tell you've gotten some moisture because that ground's still definitely definitely damp there. But you got good soil here.
It's good dirt, and then just waiting to see
Smells like good fertile dirt.
Oh yeah. It is. It really holds its own, you know, does really good on the crops because it's a good soil.
Absolutely.
And I think it is keeping all your levels up there where they're supposed to be, and that includes your pH with that Advanced-Cal, because like I said, I know I'm adjusting my pH at the same time.
What'd you yield last year on your soybeans that we were messing around with?
On some of it, it just depends on where you went.
It depended on which ground, you know, this type of fertile ground versus the real sandy ground.
Some of the grounds that I had, some of the places that were good, you know, they were somewhere close to 70 bushels. Just depends on where I was and everything, and I had a lot of disease jump on it last year.
I do remember that. You had a lot of stink bugs in one particular field.
They got me before I could get them, put my yields way down on it. This year I'm looking out a lot closer, keep an eye on them a lot more often, and I know about when things are going to start coming in, and I know coming up my next sprayings. It would have been better off if I'd done a prevented spray and been way money ahead just to put it out here, even though I didn't have it, do a prevented spray, than it was to let it get it. So that's one of the key things, is even if you ain't got it, you can use like bifenthrin or something like that, and just a preventive, you know, for small stink bugs, kill them out or whatever, and it kills your worms. And it would have been better off if I just went ahead and done that. That's what I'm about to start doing, is my next spray, and I'll start putting stuff out like that. And it's real cheap to keep all the, you know, everything out pretty much.
They're looking good. Again, just like the peanuts, excited to see what they end up yielding this year. And we'll just keep trucking along.
Yep.